Okay, so former panel member Courtney Michelle on the Lapeef network made a very interesting point on the podcast she was recently on. She spoke on the red pill community has been overly popularized in the past year, and there really hasn't been much of a progress. Has the red pill community helped elevate men to a higher level? Of course they have, but there's a lot of men that's claiming to be red pill, but they haven't improved their lives. How we as people are going to get any better? So for example, a woman is pregnant, she has a kid, she has 3 kids, 3 baby fathers. At this point, what can she do to not continue to be that statistic? Is that has the red pill community helped its people to become a better version of themselves? There's a lot of people in Facebook groups that's claiming to be red pill, but all they do is constantly bashing women. How are we going to possibly get any better as a collective group if we're just simply bashing people? You got the woman bashing the men, you got the men bashing the woman. People have been celebrating putting down each other. So Courtney Michelle on the podcast felt like the reason why she left is because the conversation hasn't been improving people's lives. As you can clearly see on the Lapeef network, you have the men that's constantly yelling at the woman, and you have the woman that's constantly over talking to men. It's just a lot of friction, consistent friction between each other. Not only are they disagreeing with each other, but there's also no common ground. So Michelle's question is, are we getting any better? Are we going to do any better? And on the show, she has not seen too much of a progress of us getting any better. As a matter of fact, I've personally seen that even on the Facebook groups, on several shows, several groups, several different YouTube shows, we're just getting worse. It's like the men are becoming more and more separated from the woman. The problem is that you have a lot of older women. They're not telling the younger generation what they should be doing. Yes, of course, focus on school. Yes, of course, focus on your career. But also, just like you're focusing on studying for exam for 3 to 5 hours, you're working all these hours at your job, you need to put in the same time and effort to develop the skill set and the mindset of to become a wife. And put in the same time and effort into finding a husband before 30 years old. Other nationalities before 30 years old, they're married. Most of them get married in college. The issue in our community is that the black mothers are teaching their daughters and sons too to wait till after college. Don't get married in their 20s, and this is their time to have fun and enjoy themselves. And then what is the consistent cycle is that the parent who gave the advice is currently single, alone, and when their child grows up over 30, several baby fathers later, and they grow up to be just like the cycle of the parent that just taught them. As a wise man once told me, better you than me.
Quick slam, tin can, whatever. Whether too cold or too hot, you got to keep Pepsi in the freezer.